Total Party Kill listeners, it's the time of year when we remind you about how you can support this podcast by becoming a member of The Incomparable. Sign up for a monthly or annual pledge to support Total Party Kill directly. Here's what you do. Go to theincomparable.com/members and sign up. You'll then be asked to pick the shows on the network you'd like to support. You can check any of them, but please select Total Party Kill, and your contribution will come to the DMs after a few fees are taken out. If you listen to other shows, of course, you can add them too, and your contribution will be shared equally. What do you get when you're a member? A lot of extras. There's exclusive bonus audio, a bootleg podcast where you will hear the entire session of every TPK episode as soon as we've done it. Sometimes we record those months, as much as 6 months in advance. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up. You can hear it right after we record it, along with a bunch of other stuff from the network. There are a bunch of bonus episodes that we're making available during pledge season just for members, including another crossover between Random Trek and Total Party Kill, where we return to the USS Incomparable for a session in the Star Trek role-playing game. Also, you get access to all the bonus material that's ever been posted. So it's 3 years of bonus material. You get it all by signing up. Contribution levels, $5, $10, and $20 a month. Annual equivalents available as well. And if you're already a member, thank you for being a member. It's easy to increase your pledge if you would like to go to a higher level and maybe get some special goodies in return. If you'd like to support us for any reason, go to theincomparable.com/members to sign up. And thank you. You're listening to The Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 180, posted March 2019. Tenser's Floating Dog. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Dan Morin. We are continuing to follow the adventures of the Dog and Pony Show in their explorations of the Forge of Fury. Last time, they encountered a pair of Duergar, including what they believe to be the Duergar chieftain, but after engaging in pitched battle with her, she retreated invisibly and led them to a secret passage where they have now discovered a ladder descending further into the depths of the mountain. And now we will give them a chance to figure out where they're going for. Will they take the ladder further down, or will they continue their exploration of this particular level?
They will continue their exploration of this particular level.
Bellman jumps in a pit.
I'm flying around with my dragonborn wings that I just made up, and now I'm putting my character back where he belongs.
All right. Where would you like to go from here?
I think we should backtrack and go to the Forge.
All right.
Let's go to the Forge.
I feel like as a dwarf, I've been sort of saving it for last as a treat. I'm really excited to check out the Forge.
Great.
I'll follow Brultish.
That's why this adventure is called Treats of Fury.
Would love to kind of lock down this level before we venture further. Probably we're never going to find that Duergar again, but at least if we could know if there's, not dozens of other threats that are behind us, that would make Spurious feel better.
Sure. All right. So you guys make your way back into the Bladeworks Forge here, where you defeated several Duergar earlier. As a reminder that this is a large area containing several furnaces, none of which are currently in operation. The eastern end of the chamber continued into that large dark cave, which you have now seen the other side of. There's a stream of water rushing from west to east through the center of the room, crossed by a pair of stone bridges. And on the other side of the stream, there's an old anvil that was being used at one point. So where are you centering your investigations here?
Well, there are doors.
Let's look at these doors.
Yeah. All right. So there are a pair of doors at the bottom. Appear to be just sort of your standard wooden
doors.
I am not. That's not accurate. Pair of wooden doors.
You're a human man. What?
They do not appear to be anything special, other than all doors are special in their own way.
These ones aren't so great.
That was very
loud.
Sorry. All right. You just admiring the craftsmanship of these doors?
I open the door.
All right, Bellman opens the door. It reveals a storeroom
that is full of the various things you might find in a forge. So supplies, maybe some unwrought metal, that kind of stuff. There's not
11 perception check.
You pick your way through it and investigate further, but there's not a lot in here from what you can tell.
There's not a lot in here from what I can tell, everyone.
All right, let's check out this other door.
I'm near that door. I'll poke my head in and give it a quick look. 6.
You're like, there
Also-
are boxes. There are crates.
Yeah. But they're
Very
loud.
exciting.
They're old. They're used crates.
Yeah.
We're not going
nobody-
to bring these all the way back up to the surface. And
Nobody
sell
likes
them
used
for crate
crates.
money. We're not going to, turn these in and get the deposit on them.
Build some chairs.
Disappointing.
On that.
All right.
All right, I'll open this other door.
Next door.
All right. Will just opens the door, yielding another storage area that seems to contain similar sorts of things. Your general workings of forge life.
I got an 11 on a perception.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
pick through
appreciate
some boxes. There's really not a lot here. Supplies, mundane stuff. Most of the stuff's gone kind of bad.
Supplies!
Nope.
Reference acknowledged.
Is there anywhere up here in this upper left corner of the forge to investigate? It looks like the river has to go somewhere. So is there anywhere to explore up in this area?
Yeah, you
think
sort of
we
peek your
might
head
have
down, and
peeked
there
down there already.
is, from what you can tell, the river continues just up and around, and there is, like, it sort of disappears under a wall.
Can I do a perception check up here to look around and see what's up?
Sure.
That's an 8.
There's some lovely cold water.
Yeah. Not much up. What's up with you?
Now,
Other than that, you basically have the cold forges and furnaces.
Is one of the... I would like to investigate them to see if any of them look like they've been used recently, because on the map, one of them has some fire on
Yeah,
it.
so that one has been used. When you might remember when you first came into this room, the Duergar were here and were working at this anvil. So this one is still have some residual heat, but since you killed those guys, it's sort of dying out. It hasn't been fed in a while.
What were they working on?
They were hammering
tell?
away at just building like a sword, like longsword, war picks, that kind of stuff, like the general sort of weapons you've seen them carrying, javelins,
Okay,
the like.
gotcha. Nothing like magical, just normally forged.
No, these guys don't seem like they were particularly adept at magical forging, but they were just sort of, taking advantage of the equipment to make the kind of stuff they needed in their everyday life.
Should we
Do we
check
know
the
anything
waterfall?
historically about this place in terms of like the kind of stuff it was made? Is there anything that stands out that we should like look for? I know there was a song that Spurious knew part of.
Yeah.
I think the song was mainly what got us here.
Okay, like
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know that Durgeddon used his forge to create magical weapons, but you're...
Durgeddon used his forge to create magical weapons.
That's in the song, so you know that.
You
but
know that because it's in the song.
the song is very self-referential.
It's a little meta.
But what you don't know is, or have no reason to believe since investigating this location, is that the forge itself does not seem to have any magical properties. You suspect that was more an ingredient of Durgeddon himself being...
The true magic in the forge was Durgeddon, and he used it to make weapons
Yeah, the real magic was Durgeddon all along.
All along.
all along.
All right, then I'm going to follow Imra over here.
So with my dark vision, as far as I can tell, I should be able to see kind of all around before the waterfall falls.
Yeah, so...
I think it's just a river until then.
Right.
Yeah. So the stream that runs through the old Dwarven Blainworks meanders through a natural cavern before tumbling into this great chasm. You can see nothing but darkness below, although the splashing of waters down there is barely audible over the roar of the waterfall.
Just don't go chasing.
And to the north of that chasm, a small ledge is partially hidden by a spur of rock. But since you've actually been over there at this point, you kind of have, you know what you're looking
All
for.
right,
over there.
let's see how fast this waterfall's going. Who's got some feathers or leaves that we can drop in it?
No. Is there anything else to see up here? Because it's still blocked off from our view.
No, that's just a artifact of...
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got
I
it.
thought there was going to be like a dragon.
Yeah, I definitely thought that was like our last great
Yeah.
Your last
exploratory.
greatest challenge.
Yeah, Dan, way to keep us in Dan, what about over here?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right
Mhm.
there. Is there a
The
dragon?
passageway?
Is that a dragon?
There's a dragon!
Dragon hatch? You
got
gotta
it.
tell us if it's a
You got
dragon
it.
hatch. All right. Is there anything else I can click on this map? I feel like we've... Oh, so this is the same chasm that the chain ladder goes down.
Indeed it is.
Can we
Yep.
can we see the
Indeed.
chain ladder from this side? Or
Those
no?
of you with dark vision might get a glint of the chain, but
Okay,
most of you
but
can't
it's
see
pretty-
it.
I
It's
mean,
pretty
this is
far.
not-
It's very
They
dark
don't.
as well.
They don't really illuminate. They don't put in any track lighting on their giant hole that goes into the depths of the earth.
Right. Yes. Weirdly enough, they were not
Weird.
big on
And Lord
interior
knows the
lighting.
Duergar weren't making any improvements. So.
Yeah, those guys do not have a sense of decor or decorum.
When you come
Aha.
back, Elevor's been trying to flip the furnace with little success.
Elevor, that's not a bed.
All right.
Okay,
You guys
so is that it?
I think
Have
it's
we
ladder time.
explored?
Do you want to investigate anything else in this
Dan,
room, or
Do
are
our
you?
do our characters know if we've left any doors unopened? I mean, obviously, maybe there are probably various secrets and mysteries that we have not stumbled across. But to our knowledge, have we mapped this level of the dungeon?
You have, as far as you know, you opened every door that you've been able to find, and so
There's a lot of stones, so we left some of them unturned, but we
true
we did a
enough.
lot.
Yes. There might be some areas you haven't searched, or there might be some secret passages you haven't found, but you basically have, covered a lot of ground in this area.
All right. Spurious is going to rejoin the group and grab Elevor by the elbow and say we should go catch up with Bellamy. He's gonna
But
get
the
in trouble.
furnace.
So I mean, it's been a long time since we've taken a long rest. Like we killed the dwarf zombies with fire. That took a little while. Chasing the giant Duergar took a while. Can we take a long rest in?
When was the last time you actually took one?
Don't remember which battles it was between, but I think it was before.
Wasn't
I think
it-
it was before
Didn't you
we.
hole up in the in this room up here where the dwarven sepulcher was, the altar? I thought you guys barricaded yourselves into this room and slept in
I
here.
don't remember.
Yeah.
I have a hard time remembering what things we did versus what things we argued about
I
doing.
kind of remembered somebody. I thought
Same.
somebody like
No, we didn't.
Dungeons
Elevor.
and Dragons.
I felt like
Come have fights with your friends.
I felt like Elevor basically put his back against this
Mhm.
door or something, and you guys all slept in there. But that's kind
Yeah,
of
that was. And I
Was
think
it that
was
recently?
And I think it was before. It was before we fought the
ghost.
ghost of the
Yeah.
dwarf, but
for
it was
sure.
after we fought the zombies in that room.
Was it after we
Right.
fought the zombies?
Yeah, it would have had to be because they
okay.
wouldn't have let
Yeah,
us
you
sleep
wouldn't
there
sleep,
otherwise.
you wouldn't sleep in there with zombies in there. That would be bad.
Please don't make that judgment about us. We totally
Well,
would have.
I was thinking that it was longer, like right
Yeah,
after we fought the first batch of Duergar. I thought that was our last one, but okay.
I think it's
Alright,
so
actually
it's-
been fairly recent.
Okay.
still. A few
Alright.
hours have passed, but not like a whole day.
Yeah, I mean, we took it probably a good few hours to investigate all of those rooms.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I mean, it's been a while, but I don't know that it's been an entire day. A while.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're quite there yet.
All right.
So
I tried, team. I tried.
Yeah.
All right. So, who's giving Elevor the pep talk for having to touch the chain ladder to get down?
Is Elevor afraid of ladders?
He's a druid. He doesn't like metal.
Oh, well, I mean,
I mean, he listened to Spurious'
picky.
song for an hour, so
yeah, I'm
He has to put
Spurious
up
is
with
very
it.
metal.
True.
That's true. He's just
I've
becoming
always
immune
said
to
that
it.
about him.
So you guys are working your way back around to the ladder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys you're going to descend down the chain ladder?
I feel like that's the place we have left to go. And I
That's
mean,
Agreed.
where it's going.
I don't know that there's any way to make it any safer.
It's it's not particularly dangerous. Like, it's a little slippery, but you feel like anybody just taking your time, you should be able to safely descend.
All right, double speed, everybody.
someone
Shut
with
your
dark
mouth.
vision should go first.
Yeah. Does it make sense for me to go first in case there is something toward the bottom that tries to attack since I have
mean,
a high armor class? Or
You have a higher armor class. Also, some of the defenses don't target dwarves. So, yeah, I think in general, you're good to go first.
Yeah.
okay.
And
Also,
should I?
I don't want you to fall on me if
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
that thought as well.
How does Androdite get down? Do I have like a doggy backpack or
We have to,
something
lower him.
Isn't
Yeah.
Androdite a mastiff?
Yes.
Yeah, so doggy backpack is going to be a tricky one.
Do we have to
I'm
leave Androdite
strong. I'm a
behind
ranger.
here? Do we
Like-
have to leave him behind? Is this like a pony situation?
You didn't teach your dog to climb ladders?
Climb ladders. You could I'm pretty strong too. Like as a dwarf, maybe your doggy backpack would fit me.
I am having trouble visualizing this.
I love it.
Oh, look, I know this is a world of high fantasy and magic, and we just fought an evil dwarf who turned giant and then invisible. But how does a dog use a ladder?
Okay, if we use some rope, I think we can accomplish
I hate
anything.
all
This
of you.
podcast is over.
Yeah, rope is an immediate disqualification.
It's like jury nullification with rope.
Mm.
Well-
I would say you guys don't have like nobody has a levitation spell or anything like that, huh?
I have mage hand.
Nope.
I could like
No one has,
cradle-
like-
Mastiff's way more than
Feather
Does
fall.
Elevor have like Tensor's floating disc or anything like that?
Let's see what Elevor has.
Because then we could cast Tensor's floating dog.
yeah.
Elevor has speak with animals, and also spider climb. Creepy.
Just wait, is that
Wait.
self only?
Great question. One
Because I
willing
want him to
creature
cast
you
it on-
touch.
Yeah. Just Androdite just down the wall. Spider dog.
Didn't one of you
spider dog.
actually? Who keeps your inventories?
I have been not the whole time, but lately.
Because you guys didn't you find some scrolls before the last time too?
I don't
We
have
handed them
that.
out.
Yeah.
So I think Elevor or Bellaman probably ended up with whatever scrolls there were.
Yeah, we have a spider climb.
You do, and I can't tell if the one I don't know because it's Micah's sheet whether the one that he's put on there is from the scroll or whether it's his own. He actually had that.
I don't think he actually has that because it was like a big shock for both of us to be like, oh, spider powers.
What's interesting because it's on the sheet, but there was a spider climb, there was a web. And then there were the four
that's
ones.
right.
Yeah. Do you want to, after you've taken like a break
Oh
for a
yeah,
while?
after our short rest,
Does
everybody
somebody want to figure out what the rest of those scrolls are?
Yeah, those 4 that I'm holding on
take
to.
a look. Let's see.
It's
Is
Arcana,
my
right?
Arcana any better? Ooh, I got a 20.
Ooh.
Brul,
Got an 11.
Wait.
okay, Brul just like, I took a nap and I know
Actually,
exactly
no,
what's
that's an 18. It's a -1, not a +1.
You still
But still,
did
18.
way better. You have identified these spells as the spells of Alarm, Disguise
Okay.
Self, Enlarge, Reduce, and Shield.
Reduce. We could reduce Androdite
Androdite,
into doggy
mhm.
backpack size.
Then we'd be able to carry
Or
her.
we can make a spider dog, which is absolutely my vote.
How long does spider
Yeah.
climb last? And how
Well-
long do we think it will take to get to the bottom?
And
of
also,
this?
can even I convince her to try to do that?
walk
Yeah.
down a wall?
That may be tricky, but she trusts you. It lasts for an hour.
Okay, I hope it doesn't take us longer than an hour to
Yeah.
climb this ladder.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think it will.
Yeah, so
I
you're-
got. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, so that's one option. The enlarge reduce is actually an option. You can target a creature with that, and that lasts only for a minute, apparently.
Oh.
Oh,
At
then
terminal velocity, we could get down there in a minute, but let's not do that.
terminal
key is
being the
just-
key word.
Yeah, just jump right before we hit the end.
So I got the spell of alarm, spell of disguise self, spell of enlarge reduce. What was the 4th one?
Shield. And I believe we've established that in order to cast a spell scroll, you just need to have that spell on the class list for your class. So most of these between Bellaman and Elevor, I think you can let's see.
I know I at least have shield and enlarge reduce.
Yeah,
Like you're taking
and-
those two?
Yeah, between the two of you and probably Spurious too. You guys probably cover most of the spell list. Actually, that includes Bruldish too as a paladin.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see any. Of those
And you have
on my
spells
list.
too, don't you, Aline? Imrish is-
Yeah, I have like Hunter's Mark and
Yeah, so all it has to do is be on the list for your class. So,
Oh,
in
okay.
fact, it's pretty easy to tell you. So, Alarm.
Yeah,
Alarm
none of those are on mine. So
is a ranger or wizard spell. So you could do that. Enlarge, reduce, I think is on the sorcerer and wizard list. What were the other two? Shield is definitely a wizard spell.
Yeah.
But may also be a sorcerer spell, I want to say. And then, shield is sorcerer or wizard. And the last one was, I've already forgotten. Alarm, enlarge, reduce, shield.
Disguise self.
Disguise self. That's definitely on the bard list, I want to say. Yeah, bard, sorcerer, or wizard, or trickery. Yeah, so between you guys, you can easily cast pretty much any of these. You just need to have the right person have it.
Dole them out.
So we shrink Androdite, cast shield on her, and then throw her down.
I'm not doing that to my dog.
That's not how shield works.
Yeah,
no.
All right, so
also, Brian, if we can shrink her, why not just put her in a backpack?
Because it only lasts a
It
minute.
lasts for a minute.
Oh, well.
How fast can you
That's
climb down
why
the ladder?
it'd be faster to throw her down.
Okay, so who wants to take? I'll take the spell of alarm. Who wants spell of disguise self?
None of these are paladin spells, so I'm out.
Let's give disguise self to Spurious.
All right.
Okay. Enlarge, reduce. Can druids take any of these? I don't remember hearing.
I don't think any of them are druid spells.
Okay, so Brian, take shield and enlarge, reduce.
All right, excellent.
And I'll keep spell of alarm.
Cool. Jot that down.
So I think our best bet for Androdite is actually Spider Walk.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. If this is just like a one use, though, how is Androdite going to get out if this is the only way out of where we're going below?
Hopefully there's a passageway.
Yeah.
Or we do use a lot of rope.
Or because spider climb would be easier to get up, whereas shrink and
the enlarge reduce is not helpful at all.
This is not supposed to be one of these 30-minute puzzles.
Nope.
That's fine. This is called padding.
Dan's
right,
in the
let's
background just doing the
climb down.
stretch it out motion.
Suddenly it's a Doctor Who episode from the 1960s.
Oh gosh.
Oh, sick burn. Yeah, let's just
Wait,
spider climb.
is flammable the same as inflammable? How does that work? Where did that come from? Let's talk about that.
All right. I say we spiderize the pup and down we go.
All right.
Unless you want to leave her here watching, but we know that there's a Duragar somewhere lurking around behind us. So
okay. Well, you can cast the spider climb and on the dog, and Androdite is at first trepidatious, but then delighted to find that she can scamper up and down the wall.
Such a good puppy.
Spider dog.
all right.
All right. So I will be last because I think I have the second highest AC. So just in case there's something from above.
Somebody just starts dropping rocks on you.
Yeah. Well, then we're in trouble, but.
Okie dokie. So you are descending deeper into the darkness.
I can't look.
All right. Takes you a little time to climb down that chain ladder as it descends even further into
Chain ladder.
into the darkness. The area at the bottom is quite dark.
It looks really dark on our screen.
Very black, yeah.
Can you see?
Oh, there.
There we go.
To the left.
There's a very small, because let's see. So those of you with dark vision will be able to see a little bit further. Let me just open this up. You see,
guys, there's a ladder going up. Let's see where that leads.
directly to your
Slaps
north.
Furious.
Directly to your north is a stone bridge. To your south, as you sort of investigate a little further in that direction, you see the bottom of the waterfall from above. There's a thundering spray of water filling this chamber. You just get the mist on you, even like as you're just down by that ladder. The water pools at the bottom of that and then flows out to a larger river in the north. The air is damp and the roar of the waterfall is deafening to your ears. There's a broad ledge heading north towards the river and then turns out of sight to the east. The muddy bank of the pool looks disturbed by tracks of some kind.
Ooh, what kind?
What check would that be?
That would be a survival check.
I'll do that. Apparently, I am trained in survival. That seems completely. Not
You gotta
something-
survive.
Yeah, you had to
Yeah,
survive on the
critical-
roads.
I'm here every day.
Natural 20.
Did you just
I
roll?
rolled a 3.
Okay. The ranger's like, tracks. I've never seen tracks like these. The sorcerer, actually, you know what?
Sorcerer is like, Ranger, you're looking at them upside down.
Yeah, no, actually what Bellaman does is Bellaman looks at the tracks and then he looks at his foot and then he looks at the tracks again and he looks at his foot and then he looks at the tracks again. And Bellaman, you're pretty sure that these are the tracks of a large reptilian creature with 4 feet and a long tail. They lead away from the hard stone of the ledge towards the north and into the water.
Bellaman, can you tell
Well,
if it's a
looks like-
crocodile or an alligator?
Looks like there's only one way to go.
All right, so you're going across that bridge?
Can we see to the west any farther? Like if I get over here?
Sure.
Oops,
You can
not
see.
there.
Well, you probably can't cross the river. Is
No, I'm not trying to.
still kind of fast flowing from where
Or
you
could
are.
somebody cast light on a rock and throw it over
Yeah,
there?
there's
Well, I
plenty.
mean, I should be able to see 60
You
feet.
can see pretty far. Like the river continues off to the west, flowing throughout the cavern. There are some ledges and the like that you could kind of navigate through, like some cracks in the large rocks and stuff like that.
All
What can
right.
I see from up here? Wait, no, it's dark. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Do
you
you have a
just like
candle?
cross
Get
the
yourself a
bridge by
lamp,
yourself.
dude.
You can
Therein
see
lies the rub.
darkness. Spurious
You've got to
will-
have some torches. Doesn't everybody
Spurious
have an
will scamper
explorer's
up
pack?
behind Bellaman with a candle.
All right.
Thank you, spurious friend.
Bellaman, don't leave me here on this bridge all alone. I don't want to be.
the
if I'm going to
fast-moving
get killed by a
underground-
crocodile, I want to do it with a friend.
The fast-moving underground river roars from the east to the west under the stone bridge. The bottom of the chain ladder is on the south bank. On the north bank, there's a ledge. After a short distance, the ledge leading east bends to the south. So from here, you can probably see. Let's just do this. You can see it kind of turns south, but beyond there, your candle doesn't illuminate very much.
Fair enough.
Spurious, you want to head on over into that corner?
Yeah. Hey, everybody, we're going to go this way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Sure.
Breldish, you want to go in front?
Sure. I'll clomp up to the front with my dark vision.
Elevor, don't get lost.
All right.
There's
All right,
probably a bed
I
this
turn
way.
the corner and look to the south.
Okay, so you're looking to the south. There is in front of you another bridge that's crossing the stream, and it leads further onto a ledge. There's some dark water sort of hanging off to the east here. It's slower moving at this point.
Should we just? I don't know. This whole area squicks me out. Should we check that bridge for structural integrity and/or traps?
That's not a bad idea. I'll check
How
it for
troubled is the
structural
water
integrity
that the
with a
bridge is over?
perception check.
Roll me investigation, actually.
Okay. Sure. 16.
All right, so you notice that unlike the previous bridge, this one has a weirdly pitted appearance. You looking closer and being accustomed to stonework can
Mhm.
determine that you feel like this is the kind of thing you'd see from acid of some sort.
Oh no.
I say that to everybody, and I say, do we know of any lizards that spit acid?
Well, black dragons would breathe acid, right? Look up. Is there a slime hanging out over this bridge?
Broldish,
Yeah,
that
actually,
also doesn't give you
check
a
it out.
great feeling about you. You suspect you might want to be cautious with this bridge.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
first, can
I
we
don't-
look up?
I don't know about the structural integrity, but yeah, I am also looking up. What's the ceiling of the cavern like? And
the
how high
ceiling,
is it?
it's pretty high up. In fact, it's very dark, so you can't really see the top. It's far enough that even with your dark vision, it is more
Elevor,
than 60 feet
chuck
high.
some fire
Wow.
up there.
Sure, Elevor can throw some flame up. He just
Oh
starts,
man, what if we kill an innocent family of bats?
he's got a
Aw.
flame.
What
It's
would
like
that
a
sound like?
It's like a flame, like softball that he just tosses up in the air and then he catches it again. He tosses up in the air. It gets pretty high, but even with that, you can sort of get the impression of some stalactites and some various cave formations. But you don't notice anything else from that.
I don't feel good or great about this, but we don't have a lot of options.
Well, I mean, we could go back and see if we can make our way across the rushing river to sort of investigate more to the west.
Broldish, I think you should go across the bridge with a rope.
Okay.
And then we should go one at a time.
That's probably a good idea. All right.
Maybe, Bellaman, maybe you should be the other side of the rope while the three of us get across, and then... And
I'm a fan of being the other side of the rope.
Okay. All right, everybody. So I guess, Broldish, take this rope. All right, this is not rope garbage. I just want to be clear here. As a fellow dungeon master, a dues-paying member of the League of Dungeon Masters, a member of the union in good standing, Broldish, I'm going to suggest that you tie this rope around your waist. And Bellaman, that you tie the other rope around your waist. I'm basing this on the presumed weight of your characters based on the type of creature you are and who's wearing armor.
Yep.
And we'll send Broldish across.
Is there also like a stalagmite that we might also be able to like loop it around to give a little extra sturdiness?
You could probably find some sort of rock formation that would let you get a little more extra.
Okay. All right. Then that is what we do. And I will...
Because this bridge does not seem trustworthy, and the river below is moving pretty fast, right, Dan?
Yeah.
It's slower here, he said.
It's slower here, but it's still like,
Still totally able to drown someone.
I mean, you could drown in
Especially
4
me.
inches of water, Tony.
You Spurious or me?
No, I mean, you could be drowning in 4 inches of water right now. I don't know.
Right now? Get out of my house.
You're never further than 3 feet from 4
From a
inches of
fast-moving water. Here, I'll give you a little there. Look at that river there.
Thanks,
All right, so
Aquaman.
Broldish, you get to the top of the arch, and the bridge basically just crumbles under you. You're wearing heavy armor, so it adds to your weight quite a bit. Even though you are only a small dwarf, it's still enough.
Chainmail,
It's
so
chainmail.
It could be worse.
It's heavy.
But it's heavy.
So it starts to crumble. You're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw to catch yourself on the ledge. I'm going to give you advantage because your friends tied you with a rope.
Okay. That's a 10. I have no bonus to dexterity saving throws. And that's a 7. So with advantage, that's a 10.
Good news, a 10 is what you needed to catch yourself on the ledge.
Thank God.
So you basically, it crumbles. You manage to catch yourself, and your friends manage to haul you back over to the safe side of the river there.
All right.
That's the last time I am ever put up to any rope shenanigans.
Why?
Ever.
It worked exactly as it was meant to. I feel like that was
it hurt.
It was the
huge
rope
success.
that crushed the bridge. That's what it was. If she hadn't been wearing that extra weight of the rope, it would have been fine.
It shouldn't have hurt because we wrapped it around a stalagmite in between. See?
Yes.
So
All right.
Now
well,
can
anyone
we've done
build a
what we
rope
can in this
bridge?
adventure. Let's just go back to town. We've done
Yep.
it. Good job.
I can Ray of Frost some ice to stop the flow of the river. Maybe we can cross it. Maybe.
I don't think that's
If it's
how it
moving,
works.
I feel like you would Ray of Frost and that little iceberg would
Oh,
flow
we
down
can
the
finally
river.
find out how fast this river's going.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I knew we would crack this.
You guys are all
As
over
you say
this
that,
case.
The feathers
All
come
right,
out of my
well,
pocket.
I mean,
floats by.
Dan, how big across is this river? I mean, it's not huge,
it's
but it
about
is
10 feet.
substantial. How at level 6? How great are we at jumping 10 feet? And how great is Androdite at that?
Oh, Andrew's probably
Andrew,
better
that's
than
probably
any of the
better.
rest
Yeah,
of you.
Andrew,
In
that's
fact,
probably
all
fine.
right.
there's no
So
way
we
it's been
had-
an hour. She can just climb over.
Oh yeah, we have Androdite.
Nothing creepier than
And-
watching a dog scale a wall and then just like walk upside down onto the other side there.
We have Androdite carry us one at a time over.
Oh, I really like that plan.
She might be able to carry Spurious. I think that's
Yeah.
probably the extent of it.
She could carry Spurious with a rope. And
She
then
could also
find
just carry a
stalagmite.
rope. She's a dog.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be able to. She wouldn't be able to tie it to a stalagmite. I don't
Yeah.
think of that.
Dogs
Don't
are,
denigrate the
are
dog.
Yeah, you ever see a dog tie a bowline? It's messy.
How about we use disguise self to turn all of us into people that look like they can jump 10 feet?
What if we turn into stalactites?
Oh,
This is really a
that's-
long con here.
All right. We're really padding this episode. I hope the listeners appreciate this premium content. I think we should try and jump 10 feet and see how it works. We're level whatever. We should be able to do this.
4.
Yeah.
What are we? 4.
We can agree it's somewhere between 6 and 4.
Are the jumping rules still on page 182?
I don't know.
I think
Yes,
so.
they are.
I appreciate that you knew that.
I only know it because they're on the same page in
the
4th edition and 5th edition.
There was
which
the
caused
time,
some
the 4th edition
confusion.
adventure where Monty looked it up in the wrong player's handbook, and it was still the jumping rules, and it was bewildering to try and untangle that, because it's like, okay, that makes sense, and you're on the right page, but the text you're reading is from a different
Very
game
different.
than we were playing.
Yep. So yeah. So I will always know page 182.
Just like Hulk 182. So, just pro tip. I believe that's
All
the
right.
first appearance of Wolverine.
We have room to get a running start.
Yeah, you got a couple squares there.
Okay. So I could jump 18 feet if I get 10 feet of a running jump.
Okay, I could make that.
It's pretty good.
I can do 10.
My strength is 10. So we
Cool, so
Dan,
it sounds
we
like we
just
can all
can
run
we
and
all do
jump.
this?
I think, yeah, as long as you've got 10 feet of runway there, which it looks like you do, and as long as you've got a strength score of 10 or better, let's check on
And we
Elevor.
can also, still continue to have like a rope on you.
Breldis, do you want to go
Slack.
first and just make sure that we're not about, like, there's not,
So,
Yeah.
like,
I will
like
note-
the other side of the bridge is also made of acid?
Just throwing this out here, Elevor's strength is 8.
What?
Is it?
Are you kidding?
We could shrink him and put him in a pocket and jump across with him.
It makes him a small creature. It doesn't make him like this
Can't
big.
Elevor
How
turn
small is a
into
small
an animal
creature?
that would be great at jumping? Like,
Yeah.
Turn him into a small. No. We turn him into a small creature. We put him on Androdite's back. Androdite scurries over.
But like a creature that the Androidite would not eat, right? So,
Oh yeah.
like Elevor here, just turn into a hot dog. What could go wrong? Yes, hot dogs are one of the
Hot
kid
dog- I
creatures
know,
in my,
wild hot
in
dogs
my,
are the best.
Monsters manual. Dire hot dog.
Go to the hot dog farm.
It's a dog that's just on fire. It's like a
Yeah,
hellhound.
that's the D&D version.
As long as it's not Androdite.
Imra, I didn't want to tell you this way. We sent Elevor to live at the hot dog farm. He's gonna be much happier there.
I can enhance ability for Elevor. Let me see how that works. Maybe I
Yeah,
can give
that's
him
a spell.
few
I believe
extra-
that lets you boost.
That's burning a big
someone's-
spell though.
Yeah, but
Do we know what Elevor can turn into? Because that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I think he has a bird form.
That's a great question.
Because that would.
Actually, for a druid, there's like a list of basic animals that he can turn into. I'd be surprised. I'm not sure at level 6 if you can do, depending on what he's picked. I don't know if he can turn into flying animals or not.
Yeah, I think he is the Circle of the Land.
And not known
Not
for its
known
flight
for
pace.
its.
He can turn into he can turn into a bird. He got penguin, got ostrich,
Emu.
Emu.
yeah, emu, kakapo. What do you want?
Kiwi. I want a kiwi.
Mm.
This is great. This comes. I should probably just be like, yeah, you can get him across the river, huh?
Dan,
It's
what's
your
going
discretion.
on? What's going on here? You're the master of this dungeon.
Yeah, I will say that Elevor has enough. You guys can either rig something with rope to get him across. I don't want to necessarily.
Wait. That's. Could you just say that again? We could rig something with rope.
Yeah,
I don't get to
listeners,
hear that very
listeners,
often
guys,
from a
this is-
DM, so
this
I
is
just
gonna be
want
add that
to
to our
relish
team.
that.
It's going to be a
Yeah.
premium.
It's
You
going
guys-
to
you guys-
cost you each 20 hit points, but you can figure it out.
I've got my new ringtone.
I'm not going to make him expend a wild shape usage while he's not here to do that.
That's
Okay.
That's fair.
But I will say that there's probably, you guys should be able to figure out a way to get, since most of you are not going to have any trouble jumping across.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can attest that the water itself, while cold and unpleasant, is not.
Yeah,
like,
if
it's
need
not
be,
made
you
of
could
acid.
like drag him through the water or just create
Worst
essentially,
case.
like a rope that he can pull
Breldis, can you
himself
just
along.
throw him?
All right, so
All right. So you
I jump across.
all right. Breldis jumps across. Everybody jumps across. There is a ledge here. This area opens onto what appears to be a very large, dark lake. You can't even see most of the way across of it because it's definitely farther than 60 feet. Those of you with dark vision, let's see here. How far does that take you? Bruldish, you can see just far enough across to get a hint of an island. You just see the edge of like an island in the lake there. Or what you suspect could be the other shore, but you suspect it's an island from basically what you're seeing. And you kind of feel like it's not very big. It's got some stalagmites up on it. But you are seeing, even in the dim glimmer of the light, there's something, or the dim gloom of the light, there's something glimmering on it, like something weirdly shiny, like you wouldn't think just rock.
Wait, shiny?
I didn't say that out loud. Yeah, I did.
Okay,
There's something
you did?
shiny over
Okay.
there.
All right, Imra's on it.
Okay. But before, let's see. Just try to give me 1 second here.
Nothing bad ever happens in big underground lakes.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Especially if they're on the second floor of the haunted house.
Reference acknowledged.
Wow, deep cut.
That's a deep cut. Can you give me a perception check, please?
14.
20.
Nice.
Less than 20.
I'll even have Elevor roll 1.
17.
All right. Yeah, Elevor got a 13.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 to get that 20. I'm proud.
Yep. All right. So you can see the water. You feel like maybe there's some waves lapping at the shore here, and maybe they like pick up for a second, but like it's not enough for you to be able to really tell what's going on here.
Well, there's definitely some rocks in front of us. Are they like flat on the top, like they might be stepping stones, or are these like pokey?
These three here, they do seem like they could be stepping stones.
Okay, and it looks like there's maybe a couple of feet in between.
Yeah,
each of
they
them, 2 or
wouldn't
3?
really. I mean, you'd be like hopping from one to the other, but you wouldn't.
Boing?
You wouldn't really like need to do a jump particularly.
Okay. All right. Then, do we still have the rope? One end tied around me, one end tied around Bellaman, so everybody can sort of have something to grab onto if they fall in. What's the current like here?
It's much quieter. So, this is the source of the underground river. The cavern here is very large. The lake's far shore, like you can't even see all the way across. But the echoes of the sound seem to indicate that it's a really sizable cave. But as a result, since it is kind of like more of a lake than a river, it's definitely not fast moving in the same way that a stream would be.
Okay.
I more want to know what's in it.
I would also like to know how deep it is. Can we tie a rock to a rope? This
What
is
am
not
I
rope
open the door
garbage.
to?
This is
I'm
legit,
out.
though. This is totally legit. Like, to see how
This
deep
is
something
too
is.
legit to quit.
Yeah, because I'm not going to quit.
Okay.
I'm going to tie. I know Bellaman has some bricks in his pocket.
They've been
I hand you a
clunking.
brick. Finally, it came in handy.
See, this is great. So we tie a rope to it. I want to see, like, how deep it is.
How deep it is.
Does it jump off? Like, does it immediately? It's super deep. Is there a bit of a shallow?
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's a shore,
lake?
right? Like, so there is some shallower parts directly near the shore where you are. But you suspect that there's a drop off at some point, but it's kind of hard to tell because you're limited by how far you can throw a brick.
Okay, I'm not super worried about somebody falling off and getting swept into the current, and they could get dragged under by a giant lizard creature, but that's a totally different fear.
That
a
I
distinct
now
phobia.
have. That I now have. Thank you.
All right, well,
Thank you, friend.
you're welcome. Okay, so should I just lead the way across these stones, folks?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I step to the first one
Okay.
and see, like, is it super slippery? Are we good?
It's kind of slippery and kind of like mossy. It's definitely slick, but you can keep your footing okay.
I will go slowly and carefully to the next one.
This is where people die. I mean, just in general.
All right.
Not
So
bad.
as you reach the third stone there,
Yep. Mhm.
Nothing
you
happens.
notice a current in the
Okay.
water
Could have been worse. The third stone could have been an alligator.
I hate when that happens. And as you sort of step there, you notice like almost what seemed like a roiling in the water in the middle of the lake.
Roiling.
And
Guys, they're just sous videing in here. Large scale Duergar sous vides. So it's all
one
cool.
dwarf, one
And
elf.
as the water breaks, you see the head of an enormous lizard-like creature appear in the lake. And it draws back a breath and starts to spew acid at you.
Sweet.
And there, we will pause
Dun, dun, dun.
as you confront a young black dragon. Will our party of adventurers survive this encounter? Will they discover what treasures loom on the island in the middle of the lake? Will they determine how a dog will climb out of a really deep cavern? For the answers to these questions and more, tune into the next episode of Total Party Kill. Thank you.
Also, what's Pony been up to?
Yeah, he's got a new life for himself.
Side quest.
Founded a stable.
Oh,
Yeah. He got into
He's like-
business for himself. He's a
yeah.
self-
Pony's always been looking to settle down and have a stable lifestyle.
And with that, goodbye.